Today I wanted to bring you a mod video. This is a first-person mod for PC Just Cause 2. And if you don't know what that is, it's usually a third-person game. It's pretty legit. I'll give you a link to everything in the downloads. And this guy basically put hundreds of hours into making this game a full 3D mod. I mean, not 3D, first-person. Sorry, I'm thinking third-person. A full first-person mod. And it's actually really nice. And as you can see, I'm clearly in third-person right now. If you look around, you can see my body, and then I go transparent if I look behind me, but it's kind of just part of the mod. He actually made that himself. And if you look down, you can see your gun while you're sprinting. You can sprint, and it kind of gets glitched up a little bit. It does get glitchy at times, but he basically made every single vehicle in the game first-person usable, and it gets really legit. So I'm going to go in the helicopter first of all. And as you can see, when you're getting in, it does glitch a bit. Like, it goes into the helicopter and stuff, but it's not too bad. It's not anything to worry about. So this is me flying the helicopter in first person. I'm just going to fly around for a second. I'm going to try to show a few different vehicles, and then a jet, a boat, a couple cars, a bus maybe, and a motorcycle and four-wheeler, just so you can see that everything is pretty much modded to be first person. He made all the models himself, like this little control panel and stuff. He made all the inside himself. And yeah, so it's really nice actually. I'm kind of surprised that it works so well. So yeah, I'm just gonna fly around for a second, get to this road, and then steal a car and see what we can do. It looks really good too. It didn't affect the game at all. So I'm gonna bail right now. And yeah, so here is first-person parachute mode, and it actually allows you to use your oh look, there's my feet. If you look down, you can see your feet. And if you see right here, it's letting me use my two-handed weapon in parachute mode rather than just my one-armed weapon, or one-handed weapon, which is really nice at times. And then here's first-person free fall. It doesn't show anything. It's just you falling, which is kind of a lot more realistic for first-person view. And then deploy parachute again. It does a nice little animation and whatnot. It's always fun. Let me just drop. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, it shows him flipping still. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but ooh, let's take a military car. That's a great idea.
Hey, you halt!
And this is first person on. This guy will shut up. First person on not smaller vehicles, on like trucks and stuff like that. Looks like this. In big vehicles like buses and like that bus right there, maybe like the limo and stuff like that. It's gonna show a view from the inside, as well as the tuk-tuk vehicles and stuff like that, which is makes it look really cool and stuff. So I'm going to show you some of those in just a second. And first off, this is first person. If I can drive properly, it does take some getting used to, as you can clearly see, to drive properly in first person, because I'm kind of all over the road right now, but it does feel a lot kind of like nicer to drive in first person. Change, I guess. So I'm going to hop in this little vehicle right here.
Hey, you bastard!
Show you what that looks like. And yeah, it's the same kind of concept in this one. And let me show you something real quick. You can switch between third person and first person, just in case you don't want to drive in first person. By just all you have to do is click on C, and it switches for you, which is really, really nice. I'm glad he gave that option, because if you don't like driving in first person, it is nice to have. I think it's kind of fun to drive in first person personally, though. So let me. Oh, I got hit by a car. Let me go find a bus, and as soon as I get one, I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I finally got a bus. It took me a while to find one. And this is the inside of it. I mean, the graphics on the inside of vehicles, like whenever you can actually see the inside of it, they don't look that great, but you still gotta give the guy credit for doing it. I mean, it's just usually the gauges don't look great, but the rest looks awesome. Like, you can see the seat right there and stuff like that. You can look out your window. And yeah, this is a really slow bus. But yeah, that's what it looks like to drive a bus. And all the buses kind of like this on the inside. I'm gonna go grab that one in front of me real quick, just see if there's any difference. Yeah, oh, I missed. Grab the old one. Crap, I hit him. Let's see. Nope, it fell off the edge. That's not good. Okay, let's see. Ah, there you go. Oh, missed still. I've been chasing this bus for yeah. The first person mod does glitch sometimes on the grappling hook. If you just saw that, it kind of like switches me to facing a completely different direction. And the guy said he couldn't figure it out. Sometimes it makes you face north randomly. And he said he just hasn't figured out a way to fix that yet. Oh, this is the same exact bus, isn't it? Oh well. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So next, I think I'll do a boat, and whenever I find a boat, I will be right back.
What can I do for you? Stand back.
Alright, so I just called in the black market for this one, save me some time. Got the speedboat, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Look how sick this looks. His hand is, all the boats I've noticed, his hand gets kind of screwed up in regards to the steering mechanism. It just kind of gets off-centered, just the slightest bit. And his arm's going through the control panel right there, but it's nothing to fret about, because you're not going to be looking at that anyway. So just look how great this looks, just first person in a boat. Of course you can switch to third person if you would like. They thankfully gave that option, like I said before. That's what it looks like shooting. This looks great, really nice to use. Don't want to go on the shore, alright. And it just looks beautiful. This game in first person is a completely different game. I can't honestly say that it's better than third person, as it is still. It does have its glitches, but it really is comparable. It looks amazing, considering one guy did it on his own. Let's take a turn. So yeah, it's a boat. I'm gonna go grab a different one real quick. Let's grab that one. Can we get it? No, I missed. Oh yeah, you can also swim. The problem with swimming is it doesn't show your oxygen levels.
What are you
So that can
doing?
be
Oh my
frustrating if you do
God!
swim a lot. So here is the Kuang Adventure Boat. If I can back up. There's that poor guy. Just stole his boat. Go into third person for this. Make it a little bit easier. That's what it's really good for mostly, is backing up in vehicles. And this is one issue with the first person when trying to drive a boat. Is with something like this, you're not gonna be able to really see, but I guess that is a lot more realistic anyway. There you go, looking good. See his hands. Oh, they're really actually centered on this one, except when he's turning. On the other boats, the wheel actually does turn, if you're worried about that, except I guess this is an exception. But he is holding onto it properly, for the most part, which I'm surprised. So I don't know if I'm going to hit a pole here. Oh, there's the shore. Oh yeah, okay, so that is some boats. I'm going to go and try to grab a motorcycle next, and hopefully a four-wheeler, and then shoot for a jet. I haven't actually done a jet yet, so it's going to be the first time for me. And yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm just going to grab one of these. Save me some time. I missed it. Oh, shoot. I'm really bad with the grappling hook, evidently. Hop on that. And this is what a motorcycle looks like. I'm surprised by this one. This one actually looks really good. Let's back up real quick. This is the Hyman Cruiser, or whatever it's called. And he holds the bar just fine. He holds it perfectly, except for the gun going through the mirror. But I guess that's expected. He can shoot if he has ammo. Oh, there's me flipping and potentially dying. Oh, I died. Alright. I'll be right back with you whenever I respawn. Alright, so I for the life of me cannot find an ATV anywhere. So for this last vehicle, I'm just going to spawn a jet whenever I get to a good spot through the black market. And see how that looks. I actually haven't done it yet. I'm going to do the that black jet that's on the black market. How creative is that? Black jet on the black market. Alright, so let's think right here would be a good spot for that. Just, how about this car? That was that car at the mansion. Not mansion, the little house that you'll spawn at every now and then. So 4E. What can I do for you today? Give me a jet. Let's see, the PAL Silverbolt 6. See how that looks. I am spending all my money. Yes.
Stand back.
Alrighty. Let's perspective, and let's hop into it. Ooh, that looks kind of funky. This is gonna be awkward trying to fly. Oh, it's dark too. This is great. Come on, if I crash this, I swear to God. Okay, get up. Okay, I had to get up in third person. I'm sorry. I just cannot do it. Oh my God, there's this glare on the window. This guy is going full realism with it. Let me make sure I'm not anywhere I can crash. That's what I was doing. Yeah, this is. I bet if it was daylight, it'd be a tad easier. I'm not gonna lie. But well, now you can kind of see. There you go. It's a jet, and first-person view of it. Looks pretty sick. I have a feeling that if it wasn't extremely dark outside, it'd be a lot easier. I feel like everything looks a lot closer when I'm in first person. Oh well. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do a stunt jump on top of this. It's still flying on its own. That's what the inside looks like from a first-person perspective. There's me. You can see my head. Oh, I crashed. There you go. So yeah, that's the first-person mod for Just Cause 2. I feel like I covered just about everything that's been modded. Not every single vehicle, because every single vehicle has been modded, but I showed you the basics of it. The cars, the motorcycle. Sorry I couldn't show you the ATV. Just couldn't find one. The jet, the helicopter, stuff like that. It's just really fun. I don't know if you should replace your third-person game with it, but overall I think it's a blast to try out. And I'll give you download links